It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.
The EP Podcast at Spoken Vine, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie, and I have Frank Murray from the Evergreen Park Public Library, as I do each and every month. We're going to be talking about March, one of my favorite months of the year, because we all know that March is when the South Side comes alive.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the parade is going to kick off down Western Avenue at some point in this upcoming month. That's really the beginning of the spring season. People start coming out of their houses. It starts to warm up a little bit. You're going to get cold days and warm days, but you're going to have moments where you're going to get out. Old friends suddenly come out of hibernation. What better place than to hang out at Spoken Vine, which I think is going to be very busy this month. How are you?
Very busy. They will be very busy. I'm well, Chris. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. We got stuff to drink today.
I can't wait for this warmer weather.
Yeah, we're going to bring in Bridget actually from Spoken Vine like right away here because I want to start drinking. It's one of them days.
I want to start drinking.
So I want to start drinking. And hi.
Let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started. All right, so we're doing mimosas today. Is that what we're doing?
Yes. So I figured with the parade coming up, a lot of people around here have house parties. They start with brunch, and if you're not into Bailey's and coffee or Jameson and coffee, which,
I mean, I'm into that.
It's not
I'm
for
into
everybody.
It's a long day, too.
Yeah.
It's a long
Or
day.
you do a little bit of both.
Okay.
So
All
I've
right.
got a little bit of
We're not
fresh
gonna pour Bailey's and Jameson in here, right? Okay.
No.
So a little bit of both. You said. Okay. So what are we doing?
So we have a little bit of fresh squeezed orange juice.
Okay.
And then I have a couple of various sparkling options here. We love using cava.
Okay.
For our mimosas.
Okay.
I also have a wonderful prosecco. We have a Blanc de Blanc from France.
Okay.
And then the traditional champagne.
Yeah, see, I expect you to have all these options because you're Spoken Vine and you have so many options. You can see them on the wall behind us and an incredible array of wines. And I love the small plates. I heard that the, was it short rib on Valentine's Day was really good? Is that like when they did that?
Yeah,
Is that going to be a...
that was the braised short rib, correct?
Yeah.
Braised short rib.
Braised
and what was
short
underneath
rib.
it?
Parmesan polenta.
Oh, it was excellent.
Is that coming back?
I think it has to.
I
missed it.
It was so good. It was so good.
It was delicious. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I missed that. All right, so before we start here, what are these things on top? Because I know this is like a replacement for cork, so explain this to me, the science behind it.
Right, so this one we've had open already, and we have a Bermar preservation system. So after I can take off the regular cork, I would put our enclosure on it, clasp it on the bottom, and then the Bermar will put a layer of CO2 on top of the wine, keeping the bubbles in, which if you have one of those pumps at home, like you're sucking air out. The Bermar also has that function, but we would use that for a still wine.
Okay.
So it has two functions, and the CO2 can keep these fresh for, weeks.
So this is gonna
It's
pop.
fantastic.
This is gonna pop like a
It
champagne
is.
cork. Okay.
It always makes me nervous. We've lost a few up on top.
like the YouTube channel may
It
actually
really shoots out? Yeah.
like this thing could go flying out and hit like a case of wine. Whoa, opa!
There we go.
lost a couple, huh?
I mean, it's
We've lost some.
it is. I mean, like you could see the CO2 come out of it, like
Yeah.
like it was
Yeah.
brand new. Okay,
Yeah.
why don't we set this up right here? This is why I love coming here. By the way,
Thank you for not getting any of us hurt in the filming of this.
I pointed it away from all of us for that reason.
The other nice thing about this today, I don't know if you've noticed, Frank, but it's like early 90s college radio right now in the background.
Yes, it is.
We had James Lade was just on when we started. Now we got Walk on the Ocean by Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Toad the Wet Sprocket. I
Yeah.
was trying to think of who that was. And
See,
then
I'm going to
there was
know
a
them all
little
because I was
Tom
on.
Petty beforehand.
Yeah. I'm going to know them all because I did 90s college radio, so I know exactly what these songs are. These are all in my playlist on my iTunes. Like, like we're playing Chris's playlist. Is what we're doing.
I do think that the soundtrack does resonate with a lot of our patrons.
Yeah.
And, everybody can get behind some of these master jams.
Not only great food and great drink, but wonderful.
Master Jams.
Master Jams.
All right, cheers, guys. Let's each grab a glass and have a little mimosa to start
Cheers.
off this episode. Oh, very good. I like the fresh
Amazing.
squeezed orange juice, too.
Oh.
Yeah, that's very good. Very tasty.
Delicious.
All right.
Perfect combo.
Mimosas.
Perfect combo.
One of the many things available here at Spoken Vine.
And you can get all these at retail. You can enjoy them here. You could try 2-ounce pours and see which one is going to, best fit your parade day Shenanigans.
She was looking for the word.
Yeah,
She nailed it
you
with
got it.
shenanigans. All right, Spoken Vine, again, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie. This place is hopping. It's a great place to go if you're on a date. It's a great place to hang out at the bar. If you're single, I will tell you that as a single person who has met several people up here. It is a fun place to meet people. Get out here, and anything special on the menu? You got a wine club thing? Anything else you want to throw in there? Are you good?
We do have a boozy book fair coming up. We've partnered with Bookies Chicago. They're up on Western Avenue. And we're going to be at, obviously, the Sip and Sample at the library. I mean...
That'll be over by the time that this airs, but
it will.
I am looking forward to that. That's only a couple days away.
But Sunday, March 2nd is when we're going to do our boozy book fair. So come out for that. Have a couple glasses of wine.
Right.
Peruse, the
Buy
books
some
they have
books.
on sale.
Yeah.
Maybe bring your book club friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get up here and drink. Eat some food. It's really good. Thank you, Bridget.
It's fabulous.
Yeah. Now we get
Cheers.
mimosas. Cheers. Now we get mimosas.
Thank you, Bridget.
And she left the champagne.
And
So
guys,
I'm gonna,
as someone who has done this too, they have a very easy online reservation system too.
Oh.
Very easy to go on there and just click boom, you're set.
you feel like an online reservation guy. Like you're not calling people up and talking.
I actually would prefer to call and talk, but
really?
And I talked to Reed and Bridget the last time we were here filming, and I was like, "Hey, what should I do?" They're like, "Just go online." I'm like,
they told you to go online?
Yeah.
I just text Bridget.
No,
Yeah, you're not in the inner
you
circle.
get to text.
You're not in the inner circle.
I'm not at that level yet.
What do we got going on? Give me your big thing before you start guzzling down champagne. I wonder if the library board watches the way he acts on these things. See him? He's already on his second or third drink.
they've actually had to talk to me a couple times. Hey, Kim, she's probably listening right now.
Okay, what do we got going on? What's the big thing in March?
All right, so the big thing in March, we have our third annual Evergreen Park Teen and Adult Job Fair. That's Sunday, March 9th from 1 to 3 p.m. The library and the Evergreen Park Chamber of Commerce are teaming up to host the job fair. We currently have 15 businesses signed up.
Okay.
It's going to be another amazing event. So besides the opportunity for people to come in, network with local job, find out what the employment opportunities are. We also we're going to have at least 2 professional resume reviewers there live on site so people can bring in your resume, get it reviewed. And also we have a professional photographer there that will be taking professional headshots. So whether you want to update your LinkedIn profile picture or whatever it might be, you'll have that opportunity there.
My kids went to one of your job fairs a couple years ago.
That was the first one, I believe.
Right, and I believe Dominic ended up at Culver's here in Evergreen for a couple years cooking burgers.
Yeah.
Okay, he won't cook any burgers in my house. I mean, the guy.
Well, are you paying him?
If you've been to Culver's at Evergreen like at least once in the last couple of years, a Lanuti probably made your burger, but he won't make one in my house, which is amazing. Okay, and then I think Audrey ended up the street at Pappy's out of that thing too. So it's a good thing to go and try out, especially if you're looking for local work. What else?
So you mentioned Culver's, OSF Healthcare will be there, the U.S. Army, Pappy's. You mentioned Pappy's, Evergreen Park School District 124.
Pappy's in the Army, very different jobs.
They are very different jobs. Very different jobs. The Village Evergreen Park will be there. Children's Museum in Oak Lawn, Mariano's, Working Together Chicago, Richley Vans, Rush, Club Pilates too. The new Pilates club that
That's
just
a nice
opened
place.
up.
They've been on the show before. That's nice. Yeah,
They're wonderful.
definitely.
They'll be there as well. So we got a lot of great places. Come on and check it out.
Okay.
And on Wednesday, March 19th, from 5 to 8 p.m., we're teaming up with Culver's. We get eat at Culver's and support the library. Show or mention the Evergreen Park Library Foundation, and a percentage of the proceeds that you purchase that day will go towards the Evergreen Park Library Foundation. So a nice little fundraiser opportunity, and you get to eat some great food that probably is not made by Lanuti, right? They're not there anymore, right?
No, they're not there anymore.
So that could have been another way we could have
been another way
this.
we could have done that. Yeah, definitely could have done that. By the way, Indigo Girls now closer to fine in the background. You might not be able to hear it on the microphone, but it is a playlist today here. Okay.
And then
you know what's funny is every time I give it out, Frank's like, that's who it is. Like,
That's who it is. Yeah.
He's trying to figure it out as he's talking.
My brain does not work anymore. It does not recall facts like it used to. Probably from all the drinking I do on the show. That's what's going on.
Oh, thanks for the reminder. Keep going.
You're welcome. 2 quick shout outs for early April, because these are going to be big events. So circle your calendar, and I'll do it again when we're back on the April show. But we have our spring book sale Friday, April 4th through Sunday, April 6th. Discover a treasure trove of items that you can purchase, and all the proceeds will benefit the Evergreen Park Public Library. And then also, I got to make sure I'm getting the right date on this. So excuse me while I open up my
Yeah,
my
go
newsletter.
for it, dude. We've talked about this before. Like, you have it all in front of you, and then you don't look at it. Like, read it right off the page. It's okay.
But the people that are watching the
just
film,
read it.
Chris,
Read it right
come
off the
on,
page.
the video.
Yeah, if you're
It's
on the
gotta be
YouTube channel,
professional.
you can watch him drink and read off a page. It's not complicated.
So circle this one, folks. We have on Sunday, April 13th at 4:30 p.m., Jennifer Cheverini, New York Times best-selling author, will be live in person at the Evergreen Park Library.
I love when
Chris
that
always
happens.
gets upset.
Yeah.
Oh, you got another author coming in as
Danny
Zoom.
Trejo's going to be here virtually. Like, it's not the same thing.
We cannot afford Danny Trejo. And also, if Jennifer's listening to this, thank you for her generosity to come out to us. She was already in the area, and so we were able to get her to come.
She was tricked.
She was tricked. She was tricked. So she's going to be there. She's got over 30 novels, and she's going to be discussing her latest one. So we're really excited to have her.
By the way, I'm out of orange juice, but I'm just going to refill. Keep going.
By the way,
I'm
out of orange juice.
Just keep going.
Awesome. So those are kind of the major highlights that we have going on.
Okay.
And then for our youth, we've got our story times and crafts. They're going to be beginning Monday, March 10th. We've got baby bookworms, bilingual story time, preschool story time, toddler time, story time around the world, and a new one that we're doing, a stories in STEM. That's for grades K through 3. But please go online, evergreenparklibrary.org. Notice I didn't do www.
No, yeah, I'm glad you didn't do that. A lot of people do that.
evergreenparklibrary.org. You can check out all the events and make sure you register for these because these are incredibly popular. We have anywhere from 30 to 60 people. So if you register, we know where to host this in the appropriate room.
One of the things that I've noticed going to your website, and people may not realize this until you actually do it, when you go and you see an event at that website, you'll indicate how many spots there are available.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they fill up. Like with the sip and sample, again, by the time this comes out, it's already over, but we're anticipating it. We're just a couple days away here as we sit here and record this.
Which is sold out, too.
And it's sold out. And I gave out, we're under 20 spots on the last episode of the EP podcast because I was able to go right in there and see there were 18 spots that were available. And I was able to keep track of it as it was going along. And congrats on selling that out.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah, it's second year in a row.
Yeah.
It's our second time back from the pandemic, and I know the community's really excited. So we're looking forward to a great time.
Trust me, I know it hasn't happened yet, but by the time this airs, I had a hell of a time there. I drank a lot. I ate a lot of food. I drank a lot. I told some jokes. Some of them I probably shouldn't have said. And Frank's a little embarrassed by me, okay, as you watch this. Keep going.
You're probably going to be escorted out of the
man,
building. Yeah, I can't wait.
probably.
This will be great.
Probably.
This will be great. Excuse me, Chris.
I'm the floor show, baby. Okay.
Chris is there will unfortunately there will be a microphone there because we'll have a band.
Oh.
Chris is going to be like, okay, you guys are taking a break.
No.
He's
I'm
gonna grab
going to
the
get up
mic.
and sing with the band.
Oh boy,
I will sing with the band.
we're going to have to give people's money back, man. Come on.
Come on, what else we got?
Well, so back to our youth programs. We got a plethora of wonderful events. So check, again, the spring newsletter is going to be in homes here very soon, probably early next week.
Some of your homes.
Some
of
your
you will
homes.
get 3 or 4 of them. Some of you will not get one. That's how the
Yes.
Postal Service works
Yes.
here.
If you do see your post office person,
Right.
your mail person, please tell them, hey, I'm expecting this library newsletter.
And
Please
she's going
make
to be
sure
like,
I
I
get it.
just shoved 8 of those into your neighbor's mailbox. Go get one. Okay? And
Please make sure.
it's not the village's fault. It's the U.S.
Post
government.
office.
Yes, okay.
U.S. Post Office. Oh, boy. All right. Let me rebound here.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a couple fun things. The first thing, I like eating. I don't know if you know this, but
Yeah.
one of the things, so on March 6th is National Oreo Day. So we're having an Oreo cookie taste test. And that's Thursday, March 6th at
Are you gonna
3:45
have
p.m.
a bunch of different types of them?
We're gonna have
I think they had
almost every
Coca-Cola
kind of
Oreos
Oreo
recently. I found some of those.
They're still making them.
Yeah, they got
If they're
peanut
making
butter
them,
Oreos.
we'll have some out there.
They got Post Malone Oreos.
Oh, there's a Post Malone.
Yeah,
Oreo?
made with real Post Malone.
Really? I don't know. I don't want to know which part.
Have you tried these things?
No.
They have Post Malone Oreos, and they're like a swirl of caramel and like chocolate and some other things in there. Essentially, it's like what would a guy who's really high want in his Oreos, and that's a Post Malone Oreo.
That's a Post Malone.
I believe
All right.
so.
Well, I have not seen those.
They're at the store.
I have not
I
had
got
them
'em.
yet. All right.
They're weird tasting. They're worth the try though.
They're worth the try.
They're weird, though.
They're worth
weird.
the try.
When your children are like, that's weird, after they taste it, you know it's weird.
Something's
it's
going
weird,
on.
yeah.
And then in early March, so March 2nd, March 1st, this will drop by then, right? We can promote some of those.
All right,
good.
Yeah,
Good. Sensory Sunday, March 2nd from 1:30 to 2:30, ages 5 and under can come and experience. We got to set up our room with all sorts of fun sensory experiences. And then cookies and crayons. What a combo. You can eat one. I wouldn't recommend eating the other. Saturday, March 1st at 11 a.m., that's grades 5 and under. But you get to color and enjoy some great cookies.
Awesome.
There's a lot of stuff.
Very
A lot
cool.
of fun stuff. All right, and moving on to our teens. We have on Monday, March 3rd at 6:30 p.m., we have a teen mindfulness workshop. And that's where you can discover peace in your inner self.
Right.
You can reduce stress, improve your attention.
Right.
And just learn to manage your emotions.
Right.
We have Beth Walsh Montgomery. She's a clinical psychologist and a yoga instructor. She's here in the area, and she's going to be leading that workshop.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's a
excited to
better
have
way
her.
of handling all those things than the way I'm handling it right now.
Well, and as a teenager, you need to establish those, right? Those
Otherwise, you're like me, drinking champagne
exercises.
in the middle of the day on his podcast. Don't be like me, kids. By the way,
Way to
Frank,
promote yourself.
Frank got to see me party. First time Frank and I partied together was at that gala at the Field
Oh,
Museum.
yeah, the Field
we have
Museum.
not been back
Uh-huh.
since then.
Yeah.
But there was a contingent of Evergreen Park folk at the mayor's table. Mm-hmm. And I was lucky enough to be a guest. You were lucky enough
Yeah.
to be a guest. We went to this thing, and it was right in the middle of when you walk into that big, great hall. When you walk in there, like the dinosaur bones are lit up. And
Oh, it was amazing.
There was a band
Yes.
next to the dinosaur bones in the Field Museum.
Yes.
And like, first of all, this is how the rich party. Like, right? Did you get that?
Yes.
Like, I was wearing a tux, and I was looking around like, mine's a rental. That guy owns that one. And he's got 4 of them because he's really rich. Like, you could just... The
didn't
rich
even have
rat
his
is-
tux. Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't.
you didn't, yeah. Well,
I cobbled together
right,
some.
Right. I don't know when you left. I was at some point just on the dance floor, just doing my thing.
I think I left as you
And you
started to
left.
climb one of the dinosaurs. I think that's I was like, okay,
not
something's
joking.
going to happen.
He's not joking.
Something's going to
He's
happen.
not joking. All right.
He's going to grow down. But yeah, that was an amazing, and they honored Christmas Without Cancer.
Yeah, it was very
and
nice.
the phenomenal work that they do.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
It was a wonderful time.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very nice event, and thanks to the mayor for inviting the 2 of us. Hopefully we'll be on the guest list next year.
I don't think so.
No,
not
probably
after
not.
this
Probably not.
performance.
Probably
No.
not.
No. But back to our teens at the Evergreen Park Public Library.
Yeah.
You ready for them?
Yeah.
All right. We have an amazing program. I know I've talked about it before, but it's called Reading Buddies. It's where kids under grades, pretty much it's for all ages, but especially for grades 4 and under, they come in. We have some amazing teen volunteers that work with them. They read them stories. They read with the student. Just to encourage literacy and encourage reading. And then there's a lot of other fun activities. And even if there's extra time, that teen volunteer will sit down with an individual child and help them with any homework that they're struggling with.
That's a great idea.
So if you're interested if you're a teen and you're looking for some teen service hours, contact Mary Black, our teen librarian. She will be able to get you scheduled and ready to go.
That's awesome.
So,
Great idea.
and then our Stack Social Club, that meets once a month. They're meeting on Sunday, March 16th at 11 a.m. Our Stack Social Club was formed to serve teens and young adults with disabilities. And the theme for that event is going to be glow-in-the-dark bowling. So that'll be a fun time for everybody there.
Do you bowl?
I used to, yes.
Why don't you bowl anymore? Like, we're in this bowling league. I'm in a
Time.
bowling league, and I expect to see you there, and I don't see you.
I got asked a couple times,
We're in the
like-
Most Holy Redeemer men's club
Yeah.
together. You do softball when I do it, but where are you? Where are you when it comes to bowling?
So what happened is I got pretty much told, like, hey, you're kind of too good. You
no,
shouldn't be
that is
playing."
not what happened. That is not what happened. Nobody told you were too good.
Too good,
Frank.
yeah. Frank, you gotta stop bowling high 200s and like.
You're not bowling high 200s.
300s 3 times.
Yeah,
I got three rings.
300s. Yeah.
Three rings.
Oh yeah.
I'm
you-
thinking about getting a watch next
I don't
time.
believe you.
No, yeah, that's not true at
No.
all. It's not true at all.
No. Okay.
Not true at all.
All right, come on
But
out.
bowling is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we get to use the bumpers?
No.
Oh, so this is legit, huh?
Yeah. You have to throw the ball.
Well, there goes my.
All right.
game.
Wrap us up.
There we
Let's
go.
get a few things here. Let's
Okay.
finish this thing up.
All right, we'll
I got
finish
more
with some
champagne
adults.
to drink.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. All right, let's finish up with some adult activities. We have Gnome Sweet Gnome. So we have a wonderful craft series that focuses on creating different gnomes. It's led by Donna at the library. She does an amazing job. This theme for this one is a bath time gnome. It's going to be Monday, March 6th. Now I'm getting everything mixed up.
Yeah.
Monday.
You would think you were drinking a bunch of champagne. You have
Again,
reached for your glass
I know,
in
in a
10
long
minutes.
time.
Yeah.
Monday, March 17th at 6:30 p.m.
Okay.
And there is a $3 fee. We also have, let's see here. Chris puts all this pressure on me. He doesn't let me read all
That's
the
okay.
events. So I have
Read
to
through it.
go
I'll tell you a
and
quick
pick 'em
story.
off.
Donna, who you just mentioned,
Yeah.
you may not know this.
Yeah.
The first person from the library that ever went on the show. 7
Different
years
Donna.
ago.
Different Donna.
Different Donna?
Different Donna.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm sorry about
That's
that.
all right.
I screwed that up.
That's all right.
All right. I'm
But
drink.
yeah, know your place, Chris. You gotta just drink.
Yeah,
let me
just
do the interview.
Let do
Let me
it.
do the interview. Saturday, March 8th at 10 a.m. We're having a Seed Saturday event. Bring some seeds, take some seeds.
Uh-huh.
And we're also going to have an activity for kids there, and we'll have some more fun. We have an awesome series coming up, extremely informative. It's going to be a retirement university series. This is going to be Tuesday, March 11th, March 18th, and March 26th. All three of those dates are at 6:30 p.m., the start time. We have representatives from the Society of Financial Advisors coming to discuss the following topics. March 11th is going to be Social Security and Medicare. March 18th is retirement planning and taxes, and the 25th is estate planning, long-term care, and legacy planning. We've had these folks here before in the past, and our meeting room is jam-packed. We have a waiting list. You notice, you mentioned earlier, you got to, when you register, you see how many seats are left. These events will fill up, so get online and schedule.
Well, my friend, that's a lot of information. I had a good time with you. I did notice you don't have anything scheduled around the high holiday because you know nobody's going to do anything except party on the 16th and the 17th of March.
You're right, Chris.
You were like, we're not doing anything around that date because the South Side will be alive doing that. And I'm looking forward to that. It should be a lot of fun.
We were actually looking at that date for our job fair.
Terrible
And we all
idea.
look at each other and we're like, no one's going to show up.
Nobody's coming to that.
No one wants a job.
Nobody wants a job.
Nobody wants the
They're
job.
drinking Guinness
Job
on the
or
corner.
parade
Like,
day.
that's not happening. No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah, we got to stay away from that date.
For sure. Okay. EvergreenParkLibrary.org if you want to see more on these. Remember, Spoken Vine, they have mimosas this month. Okay. They have all kinds of great food items.
Yep.
Again, what a great spot. to
Delicious
hang out
food
in.
items. Delicious.
If you come in here, especially like on the weekends, okay, but I'll show up sometimes on a weekday here. But you come in here, you'll find me sitting at the bar.
Sitting at the
All
bar.
right? Sit down. We'll have a conversation. I'll buy you a glass of
Yeah,
wine.
keep the microphone away from them.
Yeah. I don't need a mic when I'm sitting at the bar.
That's true.
buddy.
You're right.
I don't even.
That's
Everybody
right.
hears me at the bar. Don't worry about it. Okay. Get your glass up. Come on. Here we go. Frank Murray here. We're at Spoken Vine, northeast corner of 95th and Kedzie. Get out here. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
It's the EP Podcast. All things Evergreen Park. It's the EP Podcast. Evergreen Park.